So, what we have here is a table. The legs fold out, and it's got a sort of fake leather top to it. So, what makes this special? Well, if we remove the top, and set it down, what we have here is the Hammond electric bridge table. What the heck is the Hammond electric bridge table? Well, this was made by the Hammond Clock Company before it became the Hammond Organ Company. And this was the must-have Christmas gift of 1932. The Hammond Clock Company was in a lot of trouble because the Great Depression had happened and over 100 clock companies had gone out of business. No one could afford a clock. Electric clocks were a luxury. And the Hammond Company wanted to stay in business. So Lawrence Hammond, being the genius inventor that he was, invented this crazy contraption. It's not just a contraption. It's a robot. Look at that. So how does it work? Well, we pull out this slot. It's got a Hammond product label, just like a Hammond organ has, which is so cool. And then we take an old deck of cards, and it has to be old because the size of these cards are a little smaller than most of the decks that we get today. They're just a little less wide. Anyway, this deck of cards will slide into the slot, and then we'll push it in, and the machine will take off. And what it does is it randomly distributes every card in the deck to one of 4 players. It doesn't actually technically shuffle the deck, but since the distribution is random, the cards wind up in a random location, so it effectively shuffles and deals out every card in the deck. Cards wind up in a little slot, and with the cover on, you can just reach in when it's done and pull out the cards. And yes, it goes through every card in the deck, giving 13 cards to each player. The mechanism is really quite ingenious. It's almost like a pinball machine. There's a series of little levers, little controls, all driven by a central motor. And when it reaches the end of the deck, it'll automatically shut itself off. Just like that. So we reach into the slot, we pull out the cards, and we have 13 random cards. The Hammond Electric Bridge Table, the must-have gift of Christmas 1932.